Kids these days are more responsible than generations past, so they shouldn't have to wait till they're 21 to have a drink. That's according to a Republican lawmaker from New Jersey who's trying to lower the drinking age in that state to 18. The legislator uses an age-old argument that if you're old enough to fight for your country, you're old enough to knock back a beer, and on that level, he's right.
In 1984, the drinking age was increased from 18 to 21 in the United States through the National Minimum Drinking Age Act. Today we will be discussing why we both believe the drinking age should be lowered back to 18 and what benefits may come from doing so.
The first issue we would like to address is the fact that today we allow men and women at the age of 18 to serve in the military and carry fire weapons. With the amount of shootings that we have had in the past couple of years, it is appalling that a teenager is allowed to purchase firearms without having the proper reasons to, but cannot purchase an alcoholic beverage, which is arguably a lot safer than a fire weapon.
Furthermore, our country also gives the privilege to citizens 18 years of age and to vote for presidents and other important roles in the government that influence our society. Having political impact is massive as a U.S. citizen and is something that is a serious matter. If an 18-year-old can make a decision about a potential law that will be enforced in their own country, they should also be able to drink in their own country.
Another reason why we believe the age should be lowered to 18 is the attitude underage people seem to have about alcohol. The restriction of not being able to drink until 21 years of age makes drinking more desirable. In countries such as Europe, the kids start drinking casually at a young age. Therefore, when they drink legally at 18, there's less desire to drink uncontrollably and illegally. For example, it is common in a college setting for students underage to pregame before going out, because alcohol will not be accessible later on. This causes a possibility for binge drinking in the moment to feel drunker. This can then lead to a higher risk of hospitalization and getting alcohol poisoning.
Statistics report 22% of all students in the United States are considered heavy drinkers, compared to 18% that are over 21 years of age. We believe that if the age was lowered back to 18, people would feel less pressure to drink heavily and would be more educated on the effects of alcohol.
To avoid the heavy consumption of alcohol, allowing 18-year-olds to drink in a monitored setting under supervision could decrease unsafe drinking activities, as well as subconsciously help both parents and children feel more comfortable about drinking, and can ease the parents' minds about their children's safety while they drink. Because at the end of the day, drinking is supposed to be an enjoyable activity, not something that should be frowned upon if used responsibly.
Lowering the drinking age can also help boost the economy's financial standings, since more people will be able to get into bars, legally buy liquor at the local supermarket or other licensed places. Higher amounts of tax revenue would eventually be collected by the government. I, for one, know this could definitely be useful for our economy, looking at where we currently stand today.
Another important point is that drinking comes in practicing specific religions. When growing up, you often learn to do what your parents do. For example, I celebrate Passover, and drinking wine is part of the ritual in the Seder. Before celebrating Passover in the United States, my parents would always give me something to casually sip on because drinking was not emphasized as such a big deal. But when I started to celebrate Passover in the United States, they seemed more hesitant about it because of how much it was frowned upon to even take one sip being underage.
At the end of the day, it is up to the person drinking to be responsible. But the fact is, we are a society, and these are just a couple of the many benefits to lowering the drinking age to 18.
The only thing left to be done is to change our attitudes about drinking and to start recognizing that people at the age of 18 have as much power, privilege, and capability to do whatever a 21-year-old can do.